Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I told these guys when we came back in right before we went to all our media stuff that, if you revel in this too long, then you're going to miss an opportunity down the road. And that's kind of what we've been built on is next thing. And I think we'll really enjoy it. But at the same time, we'll get back to work and. Shoot, we're playing. We're one of 4 teams left playing for a national championship. We need to focus well, and I'm looking forward to practicing. I know that.
You'll revel in it a little bit, though. I mean, today you can not look ahead.
Yeah, you know what? I really struggle with that personally. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just the way I'm wired, and it's probably not healthy. It's not healthy. I don't really care. So we're gonna try to do our best. But what a great win! I mean, to beat Syracuse, to beat Kansas State, to hold them both under 60. These guys did.
When you see 20 turnovers, you might wonder, how did you win?
Well, we were plus 12 on the glass. We were minus 7 in the turnovers, so we're plus 5 possessions. You got to find a way. That's the deal. Maximize possessions in the NCAA tournament.
Coach, you've been telling us all season long how special this group is, and now the rest of the country sees it.
Yeah, you know what? You weren't here in December. We weren't that special, and we weren't very good, and that ended up being the best thing for us. We haven't had to face a whole lot of adversity with our better teams early in the season, and we did this year. And I guess you call it adversity. We lost to Georgetown. We lost to great teams, but we came together. And it's funny because we were sitting in there on the podium, and we've got the West Regional Trophy sitting there. We were sitting in a meeting in December with the runner-up trophy from last year's Horizon League tourney at our feet, and talking about that. And I think these guys have really bought into getting better.
It's a great thing the Final Four's in your hometown, but the Final Four's in your hometown.
Yeah.
It can be a little distracting too, I suppose.
Well, part of you really wants to get on a plane, but the best thing about it, we've missed 8 days of class, and we're going to be in class until Friday afternoon, and that's the bottom line, and that's part of it. We're going to have as normal a week as possible. We may stay in the hotel Friday night. But it's an unbelievable feeling because Tracy and I have an event on Friday night that we've been planning forever, and to still be playing, still be a part of it, it's amazing.
When you started planning that, did you ever have a feeling that you'd be playing at that point too?
I just figured let's plan it, and if it happens, it happens. And we're doing a Coaches versus Cancer dinner next Friday night, and there are bigger things in the world than a basketball game. We'll be well prepared for our basketball game, but we're going to enjoy this week, and It's really neat to still be preparing. I've been around friends that have been in this spot where you go and you see them at the hotel while they're getting their team ready. And even though you're hanging out with all your coaching buddies and it's a great time to be at the Final Four, there's just a little part of you that really wants to be preparing. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Brad, is this a Cinderella team, or is this just a good basketball team that's playing at a high level and going to the Final Four?
Well, I don't know about all that. I don't mind being called a Cinderella. I don't mind being called a mid-major. We have things that we don't have the resources that other teams have. I mean, that's a fact, but resources don't play. You got 5 guys with heart and everything else. They play. And so I'm not too concerned about all that stuff.
You have a magic button. Putting Andrew Smith in there is just one of those things that people, when he came in the game, he hasn't been in a while.
You know what? I really planned on playing him against UTEP, and then we got on a roll. Really planned on playing him on Thursday, and then we got on a roll. Andrew Smith has practiced incredibly well. And I think if you are in Indianapolis and you don't take heed of what the Colts have done and how those guys have gone from, not playing to stepping in and playing such major roles, and without missing a beat. Nobody ever talked about Bob Sanders being gone at the Super Bowl. They were just talking about all the other guys that were filling his shoes. And today Matt was gone, and Avery and Andrew filled his shoes. But I did get a little kick out of I did see some predictions that said we were too small, and I thought, well, we're not that small.
So is that next man up? I think that's the mantra I've heard before.
Yeah, they're better at it than I am, but next man up. Yeah.